Man is back with the doo-doo hoodie. Man already know the drill. Today's video is gonna be how it feels like dying from every serial killer. Now this one is interesting. Let's get straight into it.
Imagine that you're a 13-year-old runaway, homeless and desperate for
18 to
work.
what? 20. Okay.
A man in his 30s pulls up in his car and introduces himself as John.
Ugly ass.
He's friendly, well-dressed, and owns his own construction business. He offers you a job, $10 an hour, cash, no questions asked. He says you can start tomorrow if you come to his house tonight to discuss details.
Chill out.
You're desperate, exhausted, and hungry. You accept. His house is normal, suburban, and unremarkable. Inside, John offers you a beer and starts explaining the construction.
Creepy ass, bro.
He's personable, jokes around, tells you about his community service.
Who the hell's trusting a youth that looks like this, bro? Ugly ass boy. Guy look like a Chapo too, mixed with a clown. Or Chapo and clown mix.
Work. Then he suggests showing you a magic trick.
The hell?
He pulls out a pair of handcuffs and asks if you can escape from
Oh, I've seen
it.
this
Seems
shit.
weird, but harmless. You let him put the handcuffs on your wrists
Look
behind
at
your
him.
back. The click of the cuffs locking is the last normal sound you hear. John's entire demeanor changes in an instant. The friendly contractor vanishes. He forces you to the floor and ties your ankles. You're screaming, but there's no one to hear you.
What's he doing?
His neighbors are too far away, and he's soundproofed the room. He places a rope around your neck, tied in a specific knot. Then he starts twisting it with a stick like a tourniquet,
No
slowly cutting
way.
off your air supply. You can't breathe, and this torture continues for hours. But then finally, he tightens it one last time and doesn't stop. Your last conscious thought is terror.
What
Your body
the
will be
fuck?
buried in the crawl space beneath his house, along with 28 others. John Wayne Gacy was arrested in December 1978 after the bodies of 4 late victims were found in the Des Plaines.
Look at this you. Look at him. Who would trust this ugly ass plate cleaner? Now he's a semi-plate cleaner. He's not a full plate cleaner, but who would trust this you? I mean, I guess the guys are desperate for a job, you know what I'm saying? They're 80 to 20 trying to get that money, but my guy, this was back then as well. So $10 an hour, $10 an hour is crazy. But shit, hey guys, you gotta be double checking, especially if a guy comes up to you at night, my guy. Nah, man, we can't trust those. Ugly ass though.
River. Police discovered 29 bodies buried beneath his house.
This is on
His
Netflix.
trial began in 1980.
By the way, I watched this
He
documentary.
pleaded innocent by reason of insanity. However, the
Insane.
jury convicted him of all 33 and he received the death penalty. After
Holy
all his
shit.
appeals were denied, he was executed by lethal injection on May 10th,
33
1994.
penalties.
The Zodiac. You're sitting on a bench at Lake Berryessa in Napa County, California, enjoying a peaceful picnic with your girlfriend on a warm afternoon in 1969.
Okay.
The sun is shining, the water is calm, and
Guys, who do you think's serial killer is gonna be the most crazy serial killer? Because I don't know much. I know the ladies know about their serial killers. They be geeking out of serial killers. But I don't know, man. Especially, are there any new serial killers? I don't know. We never know. There might be a serial killer right now as we speak. But we don't know.
you're completely relaxed. But suddenly, your girlfriend grabs your arm and points toward the trees. She tells you that she thinks she saw somebody watching you guys in the woods, and before you can even react, a 6-foot-tall, 250-pound psycho approaches you out of nowhere.
Okay.
He's wearing nothing but dark clothes, sunglasses, and a straight-up executioner hoodie with a Zodiac sign at the bottom of it.
Okay.
The hooded man draws a gun and slowly approaches you. Instinctively, you position yourself between him and your girlfriend. But to your absolute surprise, he starts to reason with you. He says that he's an escaped convict from Montana, and that all he needs is your car and money to get to Mexico. Even though you don't really have a choice, you tell him you'll cooperate. He orders both of you to lie face down on the ground. Then he tells your girlfriend to tie you up first.
Yo, this is crazy. This is actually happening. This is a serious story, man. This actually happens. So my man literally just pulls her behind the
to get
woods.
to Mexico. Even
Strap.
though you
What are
don't
you man doing in this situation? My guy's a strap. I have to tell Shorty to go run. But leave me to this, but damn. Shorty can go run. He's talking to me. I have to be Superman in this shit, man. Let's go.
really have a choice, you tell him you'll cooperate. He orders both of you to lie face down on the ground.
Oh, both.
Then he tells your girlfriend to tie you up first. Afterward, he then ties her up in the same way. Without as much as even a second passing, the criminal tears her to shreds right in front of you with a 12-inch carving knife. You scream in horror as you try to break free from your restraints to save her, but your attempt to try to free yourself and charge at him quickly transforms into trying to escape him once you realize he turns his attention towards you. A plunges his weapon into your lower back, then your upper back, then above your ribs.
First of all, why is this man looking like this? Second of all, oh my fucking days. Hell no. Nah. Instant attack. There's no conversations we need to have. There ain't no conversations we need to have. We need to have some sort of strap on us. On me. If I see someone pull up with something and threatening, there's no talking. What's this conversation we're having? Why are we wasting time? It's either you get killed or you try dying. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this? My guy? Let me tie both up on you and then kill your wife in front of you. Oh, hell no, bro. The rage is building up on me. I'm starting to rage, man.
And he doesn't stop. Eventually, as you lie on the ground gasping for air, you watch as the man leaves a note on the side of your car. It'd have a zodiac sign on it with the dates of 3 recent deaths and the words, "Buy knife," written besides them. This is what happened to Brian Hartnell and his girlfriend Cecilia Ann Shepard.
Oh, hell
Luckily
no.
enough, Brian would survive the encounter, but his girlfriend sadly would pass. Brian would describe the criminal to police officers, but the Zodiac killer would never be caught, and he'd go on to claim anywhere from 5 to 37 more victims, leaving behind cryptic notes like this. "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all." The
What
Butcher.
the fuck am
Imagine
I
you're a
watching, bro?
4-year-old.
What the hell am I watching? Are we serious, bro? Are we actually serious?
Waiting at a
That's actually
rural train
mad, bro.
station in Rostov, Soviet Union, in 1984.
That's so crazy.
A middle-aged man in glasses approaches you, soft-spoken and grandfatherly.
What
He
is
says
this
he knows
you-
a shortcut through the woods to the next town and offers to show you the way. You're running late, and he seems harmless, so you follow him. The foreigner,
But
soft-spoken
look at this
and
guy, bro.
grandfatherly.
What? I do not know why, yeah, but this guy looks stiff. This guy, he reminds me of someone. I just can't quite grasp who it is. You know what I mean? Just box head, jawline looking man. We can't trust one of these, man.
He says he knows a shortcut through the woods to the next town and offers to show you the way.
Look at
You're
him.
running late, and he seems harmless, so you follow him. The forest path gets darker and colder, and you begin to feel uneasy when suddenly
Alright, you're an
he
idiot.
grabs you from behind.
You're an
His
idiot.
strength is pretty shocking for his mild appearance. Suddenly, throws you to the ground and starts slashing with a knife he pulled from his coat. The attack is nothing short of animalistic.
Great.
The butcher stabs your hands, chest, mouth, skull, eyes, and face. You try to
hell.
scream, but pain cuts your voice short, leaving only faint, rattling breaths. The attack lasts only
Guys, don't be a fucking idiot, bro. Like, whoever followed this guy after saying, "Oh, come in the fucking woods, bro." Come on, man. Let's not be stupid. Only idiots go out with this. Especially this ugly looking you, bro.
minutes,
Box
but
head.
feels like hours. As you're losing consciousness from blood loss, you see him doing something unspeakable with the knife to your body. Your last sensation is the indescribable horror of understanding what's happening, but being too weak to
That's
stop
an
it.
L way to die, man.
Andrei Chikatilo murdered at least 50 people between 1978 and 1990. He was eventually identified as the chief suspect of his heinous crimes and arrested. While in court, he was kept in a cage because of his erratic behavior. On one occasion, he pulled down his pants and in front of the court.
What?
He was executed. On one occasion, he pulled down his
What?
pants
So, bro, I thought it cool. Just decided, you know what? Fuck this, and started bashing in front of the audience, in front of the court. What?
in front of the court. He was executed in a Moscow prison in 1994.
Oh my god. That is fucking interesting. What I've never thought that was possible. My man just said straight up, you know what? You man hold this. Hold that. Straight
Jeffrey
up.
Dahmer.
Pause. Right, this one I know.
Now
This is
imagine you're at a
interesting.
bar in Milwaukee on a Saturday night when a blonde man in his late 20s approaches you. He's charming, good-looking, and well-spoken. He introduces himself as Jeff and offers to buy you a drink. He mentions he's a photographer
heard about
and
these
asks
ones.
if you'd be interested in making some quick cash by posing for photos at his apartment.
What do you mean by that?
He offers you $50. You're broke, and he seems harmless enough, so
No.
you agree. His apartment is at 924 North 25th Street. It's neat and surprisingly clean.
If you guys haven't seen the Netflix show, you might as well go and see it. I don't know if it's still up. Go and see it. I watched the first episode for like half an hour and I just left it because I couldn't watch it after that because it was crazy.
He offers you another drink, a strong rum and coke. You take a few sips, and within minutes, you start feeling dizzy and disoriented. Your vision blurs. You try to stand up, but your legs won't work. The room spins. Jeff is still talking, but his voice sounds distant and distorted. You collapse onto the couch. Then you wake up hours later. But something is wrong. You can't move your arms. You're handcuffed to something. Your head is pounding and your mouth tastes like chemicals. Jeff is standing over you now, and his demeanor has completely changed. The friendly photographer is gone. What remains is cold, empty, and calculated.
Look at him.
He doesn't yell or threaten. He just tells you calmly what's going to happen. He's going to strangle you until you pass out. And then his freaky ass is going to take advantage of your unconscious body. If you wake up, he'll do it again. But eventually, you'll take advantage of your unconscious body.
Chill out, bro.
If you wake up, he'll do it again. But eventually,
Jeffrey
you'll
Dahmer
stop
is one of
waking
those.
up. Your last conscious thoughts are of panic and confusion
Him and
as
Diddy.
his hands wrap around your throat and the world goes dark for the final time. In the same manner, Jeffrey Dahmer murdered 17 young men and boys between 1978 and 1991.
Was he a murderer or what?
Arrested in July 1991 after one victim escaped. Harold Shipman.
Wait, my guy Dahmer looks like that again. I didn't know this guy was gay, bro. My guy Dahmer can probably pull, bro. Why is he? You never know what goes up to these, man, bro. You generally never know. Fucking hell, man.
Young men and boys between 1978 and 1991.
What a dog.
He was arrested. Imagine you're living your bonus
We got
after
Harold.
one victim escaped. Harold Shipman.
Harold Shipman.
Imagine
Never
you're
heard of
living your
this.
bonus years alone in Hyde, Greater Manchester. You've been feeling tired lately and short of breath. You call your family doctor.
You guys, what's
Dr.
the worst
Harold
so
Shipman,
far?
A respected general practitioner who's been practicing in the area for over 20 years. He makes house calls, which is
Hello.
rare these days, and he's always been so kind and attentive. He arrives at your home within an hour, black medical bag in hand. He takes your blood pressure, listens to your heart, and asks about your symptoms.
Oh,
He
no.
tells you it's likely just a circulation issue, nothing to worry about, but he'd like to give you an injection that will help. You trust him completely. He's your doctor. He prepares a syringe from his bag.
Oh,
You
no.
barely feel the needle go into your arm. Within seconds, a warm sensation spreads through your body. You feel relaxed, peaceful, almost euphoric. Dr. Shipman is asking you questions, but his voice is getting farther away. You're so tired suddenly. Your eyelids are impossibly heavy. You try to respond, but the words won't come. Your breathing slows, your vision narrows to a pinpoint of light, then disappears entirely. You die in your armchair, peacefully, never knowing your trusted doctor just you with a lethal injection of diamorphine.
What the fuck is that? What is that, bro? For what? For why? Let me be your doctor and just inject you and you're dead. Imagine you go out like that. What the fuck, my guy?
Harold Shipman was convicted of 15 patients in 2000,
Oh
but
my
investigators
God.
believe he killed between 215 and 250 people over his career. On January 13th, 2004,
215 bodies from that. A Ballon d'Or? No, that's not even funny. What the fuck? 215! Touch grass, man. Wait, hang? What's
and
going on?
250 people over his career. On January 13th, 2004, he hanged himself in his cell at Wakefield Prison.
Oh my god. It just keeps getting worse and worse. I can't lie, the worst one yet. Viewers beware, the bogeyman. Okay, so far the worst one was probably it was either the second one. Which one? Let me say their names properly, man. Zodiac killer, because you're killing my wife in front of me. Like that just can't happen. Zodiac killer's up there. Was it John? Fuck him, man, but nah, for me it was Zodiac. The Butcher, you're an idiot if you fall for that.
In
I see the problem,
1870,
though.
a man named Albert Fish suffered horrific as a child at an orphanage, where he was regularly beaten and as a result,
shit.
he exhibited troubling behaviors that would escalate over the years of his life. Fish would lure with promises of work, candy, or both. And in 1928, while pretending to be a wealthy man visiting a family's house to hire their son for work, Albert would convince the parents of a named Grace to let him take her to a birthday party. He didn't spontaneously do this, however. He was only able to take them after building trust and warmth with the family. And as you could guess, there was no party. He took her to an abandoned house, strangled her, dismembered her body, cooked her, and ate her. 6 years later,
Well, we know which one is the worst. We don't have to talk.
Albert would send the family a letter saying this.
What?
On Sunday,
fuck?
June 3rd,
Just more.
1928, I called on you and brought you pot cheese with strawberries. We had lunch. Then Grace sat in my lap and gave me a kiss on my cheek. It was at this point that I made up my mind to eat her. The rest of the letter is disgusting, repulsive, and detailed. After reading it, Grace's traumatized letter is kiss on my cheek.
In the presence of taking her to the party, you said yes, she could go. I took her to the empty house in Welsh and I had already picked her. When we got there, I told her to remain outside. She picked wildflowers. I went upstairs and stripped.
It was at this point that I made up my mind to eat her. The rest of the letter is disgusting, repulsive, and detailed. After reading it, Grace's traumatized parents were able to use it as evidence for officials to track and capture Albert. And after he was arrested, medical examinations revealed that Albert had inserted over 29 needles into his pelvic region and groin area. X-rays showed them embedded deep in his body, many having been there for years. He had hammered them into himself as punishment and as a twisted form of gratification. Sadly, Grace's fate would be the same of over 100 to 400 other children that Albert Fish did this to. He was later on executed by the electric chair in 1936 at 65 years old. He wrote a final statement, but the only person who was able to ever read it was his lawyer, and he refused to release it to the public because he considered it the filthiest thing he had ever read in his life.
The fuck?
Majority of people in real life are actually pretty normal, but nonetheless, bad apples still do exist. So always make sure that you're not out at night too late without your friends or family, and also always let your loved ones know where you are at all times. Oh yeah, and most importantly, carry protection. Hit the gym, invest in some pepper spray, a taser, or if you're licensed and old enough, maybe some concealed carry. Anyways, have a happy day.
What in the boogeyman am I hearing, bro? That is the worst out of all of them. What the fuck have I just heard? He just Minecraft her body and ate them. That crowns it, man. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Guys, if you enjoyed that video, my whole head has changed. If you enjoyed that video, man, like, comment, subscribe. My head's gone. See you about later, man.